No idea if that's going to work at all. Let's soon find out. Let's have a look. Are we still squashed? We still look squashed. Yeah. For some reason, it's squashing it down. Why are we still squishy? Because on the settings, when I set it up to do, it should be at the right. Oh well. We'll leave it squishy for now. What should we do? What should we do? We've got Formula V. No, I can't drive them. We could do touring car again in half an hour. Fix Ferrari at Monza. That could be awful. BMW 1.2 challenge. Not really driven that much. I don't know when that starts. Yeah, I'm actually able to do Ferrari touring cars. What are the next oval races? How do you do oval, oval, oval? Radical? What's the radical? Radical's autumn park sound incredibly fun. It's like an hour away though. Would be fun though. I really want to give the Formula One a go. I haven't got round to that yet. Porsche Spa. We're not going to be very good at that. I had to drive the Formula V, but I think I will just lose a lot of a lot of IRacing in that. Alright, yeah, let's have a look at oval. Rookie legends and I don't know what they are. That's about the only one I'm or street stocks at Langley. Dirt oval. Dirt oval's fun. Should we do some dirt oval? Not really that good at it, but it is quite fun. Nah, let's do some road. 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 Should we go for the BMWs at Laguna Seca? Why not? Let's do that. And then we'll do something else. Quite like Laguna Seca, so this shouldn't be too bad. There's a recent subscriber. 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 Change that at some point. We're nearly at 200 subscribers. That's not bad, is it? I haven't really done any videos for the last. I can't use the gear lever at the moment because it bounces the screen around, as you can see. Leave that where it is. Oh, is it trying to load in VR again? Go away. I don't want to load in VR. I have no idea how long we've got before the race starts. We might be getting straight into a race in a car we haven't driven in a year with the corkscrew to deal with. So this could be really bad. Or we could get really lucky and we'll do all right. So fingers crossed. Oh. Chill it, man. I've got the heater on. It's not working very well. Sounds like it's starting raining outside as well. Come on, little donkey. iRacing is so slow to load. It's a bit like R Factor. And even that's sped up a bit. There we go. Wake. Should come up in a sec. There you go. Okay, not driven this for a while. Right, next to the position's in the right place.
The pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour. Black flag. We'll need to come into the pits to serve the
Pretty
penalty.
sure I put that on. Right, anyway. Why won't it get out? That button finally died. I think I have buttons set up in this car. I think that's why. Options. Controls. Don't worry about anything else. Done. Practice. Right. GT4 car that I haven't driven in ages.
Exits clear. Push.
I had a track that can be quite deadly. I do love GT4s though. They are fun. Might take a bit of warming up today, so I'm not expecting to be one of the quickest guys out here in this. Cheers, Steve. Thanks, man. I'll catch you next time, hopefully. Oh, yeah. Everyone likes Saturday afternoon film. I'm starting to regret not having lunch before I started. So this might be a short stream just for fun of it.
Incident in the corkscrew.
Come on, Evan. I don't think the camera position's quite right in this car for me yet. Yeah, there's been a lot of rookie mistakes going on so far. But
The leader has just done a 204.00.
Understeer. Lamb stew. Oh. I've got a great big joint of lamb in the freezer that I need to cook. Later, dude. This is a bit of a challenge to drive, this one. We really don't see many of them in the Pilot Challenge races. Well, I think I'm taking iRacing too seriously at the moment. Oh man, right, let's get seating position in this car sorted out a little bit. That's not right. go back a bit, down a bit. Why do I feel like I'm off center? Down a bit
The
more.
leader has just done
Try that.
129.90.
Practice. It feels a little bit better, a little bit more natural. I didn't realise we had steering wheels to them.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now.
To be fair, I've got that pretty much bang on. That's lined up with my hands almost exactly. Doesn't mean I'm sitting a little bit too far back, but we can survive that slight little bit of realism breaker, can't we? Come on then. Oh, right, what are we at? Corkscrew, corkscrew, corkscrew. Okay, so you just can't go on the inside of that at all. Donk. Maybe joining this race was a bad idea. You really need to be able to drive the car before you jump into races. It's a definite thing that you should be able to do.
The leader has just done a 128.52. There's an incident in turn 3. We think it might be Gabby.
A little bit more control might do us a favour. You can use the back to the throttle to sort of kick the back round, which is quite nice. Oh, right. Cars we don't drive are bad for iRacing. This is the theory we're working on today. Let's see what happens. Might not be true. There we go.
There's an incident in the Andretti hairpin. Looks like it's Gabby. P15. The leader's just done a 128.32.
I reckon if we keep it on track, we'll do okay. Maybe. Who knows? But we're going to try. Can't possibly hurt not to, can it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I have to work out why it's squishing the stream as well. I don't like that. Might have to put it into a 1080p. Be the easiest way. Let's go. Oh my god, there's like a 3.9k guy in here. 1900 strength of field. Oh dear, here we go then.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
That bodes well, doesn't it? Oh dear. New car, please. If it's going to be go time any minute now, so it's not too bad.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 37 Celsius.
I don't even have HDR on this monitor. I don't know why I've got that ticked. Everything else is fine. Alright. Hey, time for qualifying. Go BMW.
The track temperature is rising. It's now 40 Celsius.
Let's go. Qualifying. Probably.
Pit exit's clear. Push. We
Not going to do too well.
laps. Let's get this done.
We're right, at least now we got the brakes set, haven't we? Cheers, man. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I noticed the force factor thing was screwing around on my brakes a little bit, so I should have better braking ability now at least. But it's a bit of a wide spread of talent in the field, so... Like I say, I haven't driven these for ages, so I'm not 100% sure where the limit lies in them at all. That won't help. At least it's on the outlet. It's funny, isn't it? Like, no matter how confident you feel at being able to drive, guys, you get in a car you don't drive very often, it makes you look like a rookie instantly, doesn't it? But these things we must persevere through. I like to try and vary what I race. And like at the moment, I've been mainly the TCRs because I enjoy them, but I can't stick to one series. I like to swap between other things. So. That's why we're in this now. And then we'll go race something else. think we're probably going to be about 3 or 4 seconds off the pace, but lose a ton of IRacing. We did in the last race. Oh, we might gain some. Who knows?
P5.
Oh, yeah. We are about 3 seconds off. Not ideal. We definitely need to downshift there. Just has like no steering if you don't try and sort of coast it through enough too high a gear. Just doesn't want it. Right, we're not expecting anything particularly outstanding from this race then. We might get better as the race goes on, who knows? Can't imagine it will be though.
P10.
We're going to use it all the time in qualifying to get some more laps in. I'm sure we've got more patience than this. Just a case of remembering how to drive GT4 cars. More importantly, remembering how to drive this BMW. GT4 in general. A lot of fanning around with gear changes when I don't feel like they're needed. Even that rubbish corner was still faster. I won't be challenging the leaders anytime soon, let's put it that way. There ain't no getting out of it now, we've decided to race, so. Lowest of the actual qualifiers. By quite some way. We need to find about 2 seconds of pace to get into the midfield. What could possibly go wrong? How long we got? How long's the race? Like 12 minutes. So we got to find 2 seconds of pace from the offset to stay in the fight. And this can only end badly. No, 13. Okay. Not far off them two though. We can fight with these two. Not that I think I can actually race door to door in these because I don't know how to drive them still. Come on then. Come on then.
That's the end of the session. P13.
Got to a full pace lap. Oh, mate. Much more the right-hand side. Yeah, I probably could, to be fair. I'd say. I know the track. I'm all right at it in some cars, but I've never really done it in this car. So. Like I was saying the other day, I think it's earlier. I think it's probably about the time I did experiment with a few things. Just enjoy iRacing a bit more. Like when I jump into race room, I'll race anything because I'm on the rank service. Because I don't mind. You get an iRace, you always feel a bit like, oh, don't want to race that. Oh, got to protect that rating. And really, the rating doesn't matter in any way, shape, or form. Not for me. I'm never going to be like up the top. So, what does it matter if I'm 1200 or 2000? Like, what's a rev on the start line? The plan is to stay out of trouble. No. And it's 37 degrees as well, which isn't too bad. It's pushing the high end of the track temperatures for iRacing, isn't it? I think we could try and just do that. Let's try and stay on the track and stay out of any trouble and see if we pick up any positions. I think that's about as far as we're going to get.
Place. The track temp is 37 Celsius. Follow car number 16 in the left column.
Cheers, Lee. I have jumped into a car that I haven't raced since like the first 2 weeks it came out, I think. So we are probably going to take a massive iRating hit. But it'll be fun. Just try not to take anyone else out, I think would be my first target. Go for the no death approach. I always wondered why, like, in theory, could you just all sit on the line until the pace car gets around, then go when the green light starts? Was that frowned upon? Get yourself a right good run up. I think things keep falling off the roof. I can imagine IndyCar here being incredibly fun. But yeah, the pace lap can sometimes be the most dangerous bit. I've been punted so many times on the pace laps. You say I don't want to keep out of trouble, but what's better than I end up diving in at turn one because. Okay, we'll
right,
back
Jack.
up.
Get ready.
Let's see what happens. We're going to go here and then.
Green, green, green.
Oh well. Once more into the breach.
We think P5 has binned it in the Andretti hairpin.
That was not as enough death for what I was expecting. Not gonna lie, I was expecting more. I want no death myself. Just death for everybody else. See if we can actually find some pace, because there was nothing qualifying or practice. We can hang around with a few cars, maybe pick up a couple of positions. I'd be quite happy with that. But good job we did. They broke Taylor and I was probably going to. Can't really work out what this car wants from me. You know, some guys you can feel what the car is. If it wants to be pushed or it wants to be driven smoothly. But this car, I really can't.
To go. That's 10 minutes left.
Such a short race. Ooh, come on then. Just make up the numbers at the moment. We're looking to just try and get a bit involved. I was really excited by them when they first brought them out, but I really haven't thought they were all right. But then I tried to drive it racing a few times, I just couldn't get on with it. And it's weird because GT4 is
left side.
That's
Hold your line.
a different place than the launch. Fuck it, let's have it. GT4s in ACC are one of my favourite things to drive. I really get on with them.
Just done a 128.43.
We haven't got that pace at all. Hey Harry, how you doing, man?
P14, that was a 132.09.
Right side. Still there. Clear right.
Probably should have pushed that a little bit harder. Right, we're not doing well here. Another 50 IRacing territory.
Fuck you, man.
Incident in zone 5.
Oh. Classic happy. A couple more positions. If I can find them, that would be great. Probably going to decide that
Done a 128.24.
I'm not missing out too much by not driving this series regularly. I mean, I could possibly get into GT4. I like GT4 racing.
Right side.
Maybe I just need to try the other ones.
Still there.
But then that would be
Still there. Clear right.
in the pilot challenge, and
Well done, Jack. Good pass. Eyes front.
I can drive my touring car in that, so I don't know if I'd want to get involved with the GT4s in it. Whether that makes sense or not, I don't know, but that's my theory on it. See if we get on the back of this pack, see if there's any death before we finish. I apologise for the squished aspect ratio. Apparently the stream is in like 720, but it's recording at like widescreen 21:9 ratio. So everything looks a little bit squashed. I'm not sure why, because it's not set to do that until I push stream and then it changes.
Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
So I will have to fiddle with some bits at some point. We've had a little bit of speed there compared to normal. Compared to
Last
this.
lap time was at 1:30.58. That's your best lap in this session.
Okay, is there going to be any more death before the end though? Drive Club? I've never heard of Drive Club, to be fair. I can't possibly add another racing game to my list, I don't think. I don't play all the ones I've got.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Okay, Jack. There'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them.
I keep meaning to fire up Race Room or R Factor and just don't get around to it. Oh, didn't see him. There's a little cheeky one. I mean, if I find it, I'll check it out, because I'm always willing. But it's just finding time to fit them all in. Like, between doing the races I want to do already and then having, like, time with the family and stuff, it's very difficult to squeeze any more in. Is it on PC, is it? Or is it, like, as a console?
E11.
Can't tell what's going on with the brakes on this, whether they're locking or they're just a bit dead. These have ABS, they should do. I think in real life. Starting to get a bit of a feeling for the car, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's getting a little bit... I'll probably say that and then bin it into a wall.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 4.2 seconds.
But the actual driving of the car, I feel like... If I can work out the brakes, I'll be well happy.
Push, push, push. We can get this position.
I am pushing. We've got a couple of minutes left. Maybe.
That lap was at 1:30.75.
We have got like almost 2 seconds off our best lap before this race. So I'm getting somewhere. Nowhere near the 28s that the leaders do, but I don't think we're going to get anything here though.
Two minutes to go. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. So everyone gets a bit kamikaze, so there may be some freebies to pick up. It's a bit understeery though still. Is that like little dab of brakes to bring the front end around, which is
Alex, if you're blind, that's your problem.
isn't too bad, but it's just getting it right on where you need it to be. So
10th position.
little short shift before the back end comes out. Hey.
All right, Jack. You've used half your fuel.
I reckon these could be quite fun in like the endurance races they do with them. Because, I mean, obviously to drive it really fast, you probably need to be a bit more on the edge than I am, but... I'm really looking forward. They're doing a solo 2-hour endurance races, like, on a weekend, every other weekend, coming up from next season, I think, for touring cars and GT4s, so I'm well excited for that. Hopefully they'll, like, limit the fuel tanks, so we have to do, like, 2 stops or something, so I think that'd be quite fun. So at the moment, a touring car could do like 90 minutes on the tank, so it would be kind of like 90-minute fuel save followed by whatever sprint. I think that would be a bit, if he had like a 2-stop strategy, it would be like a lot of sprint racing basically. Or maybe it was borderline between 1 and 2, so if you had safe fuel you could make it, or you could go for the full out attack strategy and pit twice. That would really be really good fun.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Whether you can get that kind of balance or not, I'm not sure. But if they can do that, I think that'd be really good. Just trying to use a bit more of the track. Yeah, I probably should, to be fair. Like I say, I'm not... Because I'm not that comfortable with the car. Positioning it
Just 2 minutes
is
left.
a bit
2
difficult.
minutes to
Like,
go.
some of the cars that I drive that I know well, I can position them a lot better. But it's just a bit of a...
We think P2's binned it in the Andretti hairpin. Looks like P3's gone off in turn 1.
That's alright. I mean, we didn't lose... Well, we did. We
Yellow
lost
flag,
one
caution.
iRacing, so...
10th position. Okay, we're done.
Ta-da! Could have been worse, I think. It definitely could have been worse. But... Yes. Let's go for something else. Might have to have a quick wee though. Pilot challenge at Hockenheim Ring. Pilot Jack Engine Hockenheim Ring. Do you like Sebring? No. Let's do that. Audi. It's 15 minutes. Cool. That gives me time to run and have them. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was, I mean, we got a result. Didn't lose too much. Like I say, kept it quite clean. So again, not the worst result. Not as bad as I was expecting. We're gonna go for Pilot Challenge. It's like a 30-minute race in a sec. So hopefully, around Hockenheim, hopefully we can bring in a bit of a result in that one. But I might have to just shoot off and go to the loo, and then I'll be back to do the race. So 2 secs, guys. Sorry about that. Winkle. I was going to get out the garage, up the stairs, down and back again. Sneak a biscuit out the cupboard on the way past. Yeah. Right. Too underrated. Not sure about that.
Pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. Fastest lap for
I just do it for fun, mate.
132.128. The pit exit looks clear.
This would never be probably never be a career for me. I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. Work and family life, I haven't got really time to put into the YouTube dreaming side of things too often. It's just quite nice to have people chill out with every now and then while we're racing. God, it's the short version. I like the longer version of this track more. At least we found that out before the start of the race. More braking required there. There's like a little bit of camber on it that you can hold the car on the inside there quite well. And these two corners can absolutely make or break a lap, I find, along with the first corner, which again is a throw it in a bit like that sideways. I'm never sure that's the fastest way of doing it. This Audi's bumpy around now. Fastest time around so far is a 1:32.2. And that guy's got a 5. We're not really ready for that braking zone yet, are we? Right, let's do better. G-Race much, Harry? It's Harry, isn't it? Like Harry without the H. Or Ari. Harry, Ari.
Sixth place.
These 6 people have done laps, and mine is the slowest. But then I did have an off, so let's pick it up a bit from now. There's definitely going to be some overlap with the GT4 cars in a short circuit like this. I was half expecting it to be the long one, I'm not going to lie.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Don't know what I feel like I can go that deeper now. I clearly can't.
Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace.
Easy, stay to the side, or just out of the way.
3 seconds. Off the pace. That lap was at 135.56.
Car right. Clear right.
The guy behind has just done a 138.47.
They'll be coming past down this straight, the GT4s. Find out what they do.
Faster cars approaching.
Better. Am I going to find more pace than this? I'm not really sure.
P7. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 2.
Some extra. Feel better. That's turned in. And you're more than welcome to join in whenever you want. We have a
Good lap. That's your best in the
league
sector.
that runs on
That puts you
Tuesdays that
2.4 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9
is a good one
off
for
the pace.
sort of all abilities.
The guy behind has just done a 136.73.
We're about 2 seconds off the pace.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
The downside to the racing sims is they're not cheap. So it's cheap or as expensive as you make them, but it soon adds up once you get the PC and the monitors and the frame and the wheel. It's definitely a downshift, isn't it? That's definitely a downshift there.
All right.
We still had a bit of a warm up at this track. We can start to try and push it a little bit.
P8, you're now 2.7 off the leader's pace. You've just done a 135.00.
Bit better. We actually sent it through the first corner, which helped. Yeah, I know the session's about to start, but I need to be doing pace-wise. Let's just go
Okay,
over
Jack,
here.
there's a faster car approaching.
Let's go to the race. Where's the last time I got that wild things racing on thing? Do. Oh dear. It's been 1 week since you left me. Do. What do we reckon on the result of this one? It's really hard to know what we're going to do. Hopefully, get a few, get half decent result. Try and get some of the IRacing back we lost in the first touring car race. That would be nice. So long to load. Ah. No point to this though. These are some of my favourite. It's a slightly longer race, and these are some of my favourite ones to do. Normally, because they're really close, like the whole way through. Yeah. TK is the highest. Yeah, okay. Wait till qualifying before we bother going out, because it's only like 30 seconds left. Perfectly doable. Not sure. A lot of Audis. Maybe Audis are strong here. One big thing I understand what it did, but everyone jumps between cars. Like, oh, the Audi must be the fastest, so we'll change that. Oh, this must be. I try and prefer to stick in one car. You just get a bit more used to it. I did try the Hyundai for a bit because I quite liked the look of it. But come back to the Audi. Just better in it. That guy's some strong races. Second, first, second. Double Wagner. One to watch there.
The pit exit is clear. Push now. We've got 2 laps to get the job done.
Qualifying time. Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah, that was just the monitors. Yeah, the $100 racing like triple screen setup.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 25
£100 technically, being from England. I do still use them on enough. At the moment, I haven't got them up, but I need a more powerful PC to be able to run them really. Let Am do the streaming. If I don't do the streaming, they're fine. But I do enjoy them. Here we go then. Let's see what we get qualifying wise. Get how much of the track you can use out there. Gonna be a difficult one to do well. Right, where is the braking point for her? Is that too early? It feels a lot smoother to do it there, but that corner I always seem to feel like I'm stopping in the middle of the apex as well. Let's see. see what happens if we keep it at 4. Feels like you don't get much of an exit, but to change gear can sometimes be an advantage. Like that here. That one completed.
P3, that was a 134.50.
And there's the off track.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
Pushed it a bit too far. Still use it for practice though. I think we were P3 because we actually set a time, and now we're going down and down the timing streams because our time wasn't very good. Yeah, it wasn't very good. We'll find more time. We would have found more time this lap, obviously. Well, actually, I don't think you can see the delta, but the delta's on like 6.6 up. So. Got 5 up now.
Just done a 132.37.
Yeah, that would have been a better lap, but it was invalidated, so it doesn't count. So we have to do some real, make some moves in the race, that's for sure. See what else we can do now. I mean, mid of the pack, always a bit of danger on turn 1. But we've started in worse positions. Feather wheels stay there. Alright, ignore that class. We don't care about GT4. A big gap first, isn't it? 2 seconds. I can take half a second off mine, so I can put that to a 33. Be around there. So if I'd made the second lap, potentially would have been alright. Because we run. And how much of that half second was because we run, so maybe we're about here. A couple of places up. I reckon if we get a half decent start and don't crash, we could push for a top 3 maybe. I think this pace is untouchable. That's a guy that I said one to watch for. That's won like come second or first in all of his last 5, 6 races. So we kind of assumed he'd do well. La 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 la. I see Mercedes did their livery reveal today, and it was terrible yesterday. I had no internet or phone signal all day yesterday because of the storm, so I saw it this morning. It's definitely a. I actually preferred the black car to the silver car. I think the Ferrari looks good. The Aston looks good. The Williams looks good. Mercedes, isn't it? Red Bull, kind of just a Red Bull. Aston, not much a fan.
That's the end of the session. P8.
What else have we had? Doesn't look stunning, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of people getting good results. Yeah, the guy in fifth had a fifth, fourth, second, sixth, third. The guy in fourth had a first and a 12th. Third had a fourth. Second had a ninth, third, and first. First had a second, first, third, 10th, sixth. We haven't done anything to really. We don't have anything up on this, so because we just haven't done any races. All right, we need to gain a couple of positions to get into the plus I rating. I say a couple, but we need to gain a lot of positions. But it's doable, perfectly doable. Let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready to rumble. A lot of Audis in this split. Well, he's seeing so many. Computer's struggling to render this now. We might have to drop some settings, see. Or drop the amount of cars it actually draws would probably be a better idea. Come on then, when are we starting? In it now. And we'll go, 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 go.
Eighth place, 30 minutes.
Here we go. Half an hour. Quite a long time.
Follow car number 7 in the left lane.
Touring cars will normally wait now. Get a bit of space. It's the preferred tactic of most people. It means if there's a big accident in GT4, you don't always get caught up in it. But looks like GT4s are already having accidents, so that's always a worry. They're a pretty good strength of field, so. I do it all the time. I don't even realise I'm doing it, to be honest.
Be ready. Floor it. Green, green, green.
Right, floor it, yeah. Now we can, we're off, we go. We're a bit out of position for turn 1, but that's okay. There we go, the race is underway now. No major incidents for the first few corners, so that's always good. Try and actually hit up. Yeah, I put. If it was you, I do apologise, but as long as you don't mind it, then you're in the right place because it happens
Car right.
a lot. So stuck their nose down
Hold your
in
line.
there.
Clear right. On your right. Hold your line. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Clear left. Right side. Clear all round.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Car left. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Killing our chances of keeping in the pack doing this. Let's settle down. It's only lap 1. You don't need to
Yellow
be
flag.
quite gunning it that much. It's Porsche in the wall.
P9.
Right, 1x. We have to remember that you can get
Stay between
disqualified
the
from
lines,
these. So.
please, Jack.
We'll get him. Hopefully. We just gotta... The trick with this race is to settle in, build up your pace, and then start going for it, really. I find that works for me. We go too attacking too early. You can lose the back of the field, and then you've got a lot of work to do to catch up. Whereas if you can work with the cars around you a bit, stay with the pack, and then launch the attacks. Works quite well. Although, I feel like he's holding me up a little bit now. So maybe a move is due when we get a chance. We get a chance. Trying to spot our braking point. We can't really lift off. He's gone defensive there.
On your right. Still there. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Little bump, little bump. Where are we sitting? Not high up the grid enough.
Yellow flag.
Get right back up to the back of him, I think, quite quickly. So, we have to try again. I'm not sure where. This guy behind's me, because every time I try and make too many moves in this guy, I'm going to lose position to that guy. That's not going to help me in any way. I need to find a place where this move will stick. There's not actually that many corners where a decent overtaking chance is possible without flinging one of you off into the gravel.
P8. That's the fastest lap of the race. There's a faster car approaching.
Right, we're going to try and do something with him now. If we can get past him, I think we could potentially get a little game back up to the next bit of the pack, but take some work. Does seem to have steadied himself down into a bit more of a pace now. So we'll see. We covered that off well, I'll give him that. GT4 behind us.
Right side.
Should have the power to get up here.
Still there. Clear right. Right side.
That's not where I
Still
needed
there.
you to be.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
Probably iRacing, to be fair. Probably this one.
Hold your line. Clear right.
It's one of my favourites, especially at the moment with these touring car races. I'm really enjoying these. So this tends to be the one I play. I also play Race Room, AC, ACC, and R Factor occasionally.
right. Still there. Clear right.
Oh, at least he's out of the way. Nothing worse than like
On
a
your left. Clear left.
racy GT4 car trying to come back through the field. Because they don't really give you much space. He wasn't too bad. A lot of them can be absolute nightmares. And they're not that much faster through the corners. It's only really the straights they have the big advantage, so... This guy's defending against him, which makes it funnier. We got a bad exit there.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line.
IRacing, I play most, but IRacing is very expensive. So if you're just getting into the hobby, it's possibly worth trying out something like AC or one of the others to sort of get a feel for it first. Because you can end up dropping a lot of money on content on iRacing.
Hold your line.
If it's something you don't enjoy, it's a bit of a
Still
waste.
there. Clear left.
It's like you can get the full version of AC for a few quids and then just get mods that are pretty much all free. And I play that like every Tuesday in a league, so I do use it quite a bit. This is getting a bit tense. We've got another guy up the outside of us as well.
On your left. Clear left.
Come on, we can do better than this. Focus on your exits. Keep it smooth. E9. 20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
On your left. Hold your line. Clear left. Car right. Clear right.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Come on. Need some better than that.
Car right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Car right. Clear right. On your right. Clear right.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
That's fine, we don't mind that. I really thought I'd be able to get past this yellow car, I'm not going to lie. I'm driving quite badly today. Struggling in certain corners which aren't helping, just not getting the exit I want, or
Car right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Clear right.
no, I don't have any console games anymore. I have got an Xbox, but I haven't used it for a long, long time. And none of my stuff would work on it either. Like,
On your right. Clear right.
pretty much solely a PC racer. I did start on console, so with Forza Motorsport and I've played a lot of racing games over the years, but I was playing Forza and Project Cars on the Xbox. But my current steering wheel and stuff isn't Xbox compatible. I need to stop racing this guy. I really want to catch that guy in front, and it's not working. I've got the exit on me. We're going to stay this side.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Hold your line. Still there.
Drive.
Clear left. Right side.
Fucking bitch.
Clear right.
Not having the best stage results today, guys. That's for sure. But I am having fun, so that's all that really matters, isn't it? The racing's been clean and fair. I've just not had the pace.
P10.
See if I can find some now, because we've got a hard slog these last few laps. And originally I was all over the back of that yellow car. Maybe I burnt my tyres on too much doing that.
15 minutes. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
Half distance. 25 seconds behind the leader. That's not good. We have been doing a bit too much fighting though to really try and stick with the pack. Oopsie.
Keep it within the track limits.
Yes, Jim. I'm trying to get that guy. Just physically can't keep up. Not got the pace. His lines are brilliant as well. Like he's taking the corners absolutely spot on.
Left side.
Oh no!
Left.
Didn't quite work. Didn't expect them to stop in the middle of that corner, I'm not gonna lie. back in this little race again. Brakes early and powers through that. It works quite well. Ooh.
On your right. Clear
Give it a
right.
little nudge. I do have VR. I don't use it too much.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
I use it for when I'm just having a little drive around on my own, but I actually find it too hot to do a racing these days. I used to race in VR when I first started up, and it's fantastic for its like
It's
immersion.
half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
But after a while, it is just a bit too much for me. I find screens a lot more comfortable for a longer race. Oh, this has been some good racing so far.
P9, you've just done a 135.33. Sector 1 is 1.1 off the pace. Pay attention to track limits. Please
Yeah, I'm
check.
watching the track limits, Jim. I'm watching them. May not be obeying them very well, but at least I know I'm doing it. Need a few people to start battling or bumping themselves up here.
You've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes to go.
We've got the leader of GT4 bearing down on us pretty quickly. Finally got the yellow Honda, yeah. And I could do with getting this other guy, but I unfortunately think he's just a bit too fast for us. Definitely overdriving the car, which is where I think some of the problem's coming from. Trying to push too much. Cars need to get the downshift there, which is causing me all sorts of problems.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. You're being caught by the GT4 class cars.
Yeah, we know. We know. Pulled a little gap on the yellow Honda as well, so that's good. Hopefully we can yeah, it was making it difficult, but also makes it fun, doesn't it? So you can't really complain too much.
Blue flag. Blue flag.
right side. Clear right.
You can run the curb as long as you don't run onto the grey stuff, you're pretty much alright. Anyone that's just joining us and your first time along, thanks for popping in. Always nice. Don't actually know how many people join us on and off throughout these streams, to be fair. But some people do. It's been my pleasure. Great clock-ish. I'm going to lose a ton more iRating again. I'm not doing too well on the old rating front today. We've been more aggressive with the yellow Honda at the start. We might have had something when I still had some pace left in me. We're losing quite a bit of time now. I'm not really sure why. I don't feel like I'm doing different, but I definitely am doing something different. Wasn't quite aggressive enough into the braking zone there for any time. 6 minutes? 5 minutes? There we go. Let's just keep pushing. Not like that, that was shockingly bad corner.
Alright, Jack. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
That's got to be the worst lap I've had in a long time. Let's just try and keep something else. We've got 4 seconds to the car behind now, so that's at least a little bit of breathing room. We've just got to hope there's a big bloody accident, I suppose.
The car behind's a faster class.
It's unlikely.
Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
We're not going to catch this car, crew chief. I love you, but we're not.
Blue flag.
Car left.
Go on, you go for it.
Still there. Clear left.
Oh. I'm losing my concentration now, which is not good. Quite a weird. I can do that in a half-hour race, and then I can drive a 2.5-hour stint
Track limits. Watch those lines.
and be on it for all of it. Which makes no sense in my head how I can do one and then go to do like that in the other one.
minutes of fuel remaining.
But it looks like it's a day of IR loss today.
P9.
It's the way it goes sometimes.
To go, 2 minutes.
But when we were in that
Guy in
battle,
front is
that was really good fun. Battling with Harry and Frank, I think it was, wasn't it? We were battling with. Both good fun. Both good fun. Settle in and bring it back for the last lap now. Doesn't look like there's going to be any cheeky opportunities here.
last lap. That lap time was 1:35.26.
So, cruise around. Hey man, officials don't count as practice. And I am doing it badly anyway, so we've lost like what is going to be about 100 IRacing today. Every time I sneak it up towards the 1800s, I drop it instantly back down into the mid-16s. Plus, you know full well, Jack, that touring cars is actually one of my main things I drive. Which makes it even worse when I can't beat the guys on iRacing and I'm just driving it for the first time.
There's a faster class car behind. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Should be checkered flag, actually. Not 2 minutes left.
P9. That's the end of the race. We'll get him next time.
You know full well that I stream YouTube and Twitch. I jump between the two. Because, you know, I like to vary where I do it. Plus I have like double the, nearly 4 times the amount of followers on YouTube than I do, as I do on Twitch. So to a certain extent it makes sense to do it here. But at that point, we might have to call it a day. So I'm starving. Oh, do I? Oh, Lucy, that was nice of you. Oh, GT3 fixed at Watkins. No, I need to eat. I could just do one more. Yeah, I stream on both, Harry. So I use Twitch and YouTube. Flip between the two. Don't really have any set fixtures and when I go live on each one. It's just a case of I'm going to try that one or I'm going to try this one. Like I say, it's all for fun for me. I have some friends that stream over on Twitch, so I like to join in with that every now and then. Keep my nose in both. But I am going to call it a day today. So thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go and eat. Catch you later.